What's up, guys? Ricky here with another review on the new Heroscape Wave 2 by Renegade Studios. So I'm a longtime collector of Heroscape, had it all when it was first released, and glad it came back. So I did a review on the master set that they brought back and some of the extras there, and then yeah, so this is Wave 2, and I already pre-ordered Wave 3 and 4. So we'll wait and see when those come in. But here we go. So right out of the gate, the packages are much smaller than I anticipated. I mean, it makes sense that, because it's only a few figures and then the water tiles, but you know, the images look a little bit bigger online for sure. So I almost thought, did I really get all my package when I was looking at the box? And sure enough. But yeah, so first I got all the premium painted editions because that's what I like to do. So we have Army Expansion here, and you have Revena's Rebuke Kyrie Warriors. So here's what we got right here out of the package, or on the outside of the package. It's interesting that went with all ladies. I was expecting maybe one of the guy Kyries, but yeah, they are all ladies. And then here we go. Over here we have the Iron Leech Discarot and Necrotech Wraith Riders. And these are cool. I was really looking forward to this one. This is really neat looking. Very cool. And there are the Wraith Riders. Awesome. And then you have the 40 hex water tile, and you have 3 hexes, which is cool. That hasn't been done before. And I love that they went with the sparkly plastic too, because they did have some different blues in the past. So here we go. So looking at the back here. Let's see, building customized, you get rivers and oceans, here we go. If you want to read the back, you can pause your screen now. Cool, but this is nice. So yeah, it has a few of those, and let's see, blue water tiles, 6 wellspring water tiles. You got more wellspring water tiles too, which is cool. So those are the white ones. So let's look at the back of this one. Okay, if you want to read it, you can pause your screen now. Okay. And here we go, we got the army cards back here. Some more miniature shots. And then it says expansion requires master set or battle box to play. Okay, so 5 highly detailed miniatures. And then let's look at the back of this one. Oh, what's this? Use code 10% off your order. That's sweet. Okay, here we go. So you can pause the screen now if you want to read it. Okay, here's the army cards here. Here's some more miniature shots. Same thing, you have the battle box or the master set in order to play. And then here are the components. Perfect. And then it did come with this pin, by the way, which is pretty cool. So I'll probably put this on my backpack. But cool. Okay, so let's open it up, see what we're looking at. Okay, first we have the Kyrie out of the package. And let's look at these things. Look at that, great paint applications. Look at that. Looking very good. Okay. So here we go. So first, let's take a look. So this one is Queen Kyrion. As you can see real quick, so lots of different paint variation, which is nice. So you have a gray, or kind of like a, I guess it's a silver tone, so it's a metallic tone on it for the armor. You have a light blue accent right there, which I think is really cool thing, because they didn't have to do that, but that really kind of brings it out a lot. So you have silver on the pads there, knee pads, the leg pads, and you have blue wings, which look really nice. And then the face, so you got like a purple face, red eyes, blonde hair, but it's got like kind of blue streaks in it, which is really interesting. So, and that might have been accidental actually, because if you look back here, yeah, they had blue paint kind of run over onto the hair. Cool, like the blue, it looked like they did a blue wash on the back here. Yep, a blue wash on the armor. That looks really good. Really brings out those details and textures. Overall, this one looks really nice. So, and then here's the card for that one. You go 110 points. If you want to read the card, you can pause your screen. Okay. And next, we'll get into Zyamara, the Kairi Warrior. And this one I like a lot. Looks really good. Cool copper tones. I did some green accents on it too, which look really nice underneath the armor there, and then on these pieces. Like I said, they don't have to do that, but they did. It looks like they did a brown wash on it too to get in the creases, which look really good as well. Okay, and then the eyes are just white dots, which is fine. It looks like you got a beige horns there, which look good. Silver on the sword looks nice. Green cape looks good. The wings, they did like looks like they did a white with a wash on it, and then they rubbed off some of it in certain spots to kind of show off the details. But that's kind of cool there. They did the same thing here, and it goes a little bit lighter as it goes to the edge of the wing, especially on this side. But that looks really good. And then they also did some, did they? Looks like some paint variation. No, I think it's just the lighting, actually. Just lighting on the green, okay. So, and then here's the card here. Here's the front. Let's see, and here's the back. Okay, if you want to read it, pause your screen now. Okay, let's go to the next one. So, Milky, the Kairi Warrior. So they did green. Looks like they did a green wash over it, which looks really good. So you can see how it shows off, right? So it's darker in the creases, it's lighter on the top, which is cool. So it looks like they did maybe a green wash and then they brushed off the top to kind of accent it. Or another way you could do this is you can darken it and then lightly dry brush over the top. But honestly, like they did a wash. I think you could tell for sure, which is nice. Okay, I like the little bronze accents there, or the copper accents there. Copper armor looks really good. What am I looking at on the face here? I don't know what's going on there. I don't think she's supposed to, it looks almost like goggles or something. I don't know. I think just the paint got messed up there. But you have horns there. The spear looks nice. The wings, they did the same thing as the last one. And I like what they did here. This looks like they did a dark color on the bottom, and then they took white, like a kind of off-white color, and rubbed over the top. So then you had the differentiation in tones. So that looks good. So yeah, here's what the face is supposed to look like, and the face doesn't look anything like that, unfortunately. Here's the front. Here is the back. If you want to read it, you can pause your screen now. Okay. And then here we have Glenerva, the Kairi Warrior. So it looks like you have different yellows. It looks like they did a yellow, and then they dry brushed some white in certain spots. And then it looks like there's brown too. It looks like they did a brown wash over the top too. It looks like it kind of caked on in certain spots, but it still looks good. And then they did the same thing there on the helmet. You got nice skin tone. Yeah, they did definitely a brown wash on stuff, and you can see it on the hair as well. They did black wings. The little scepter looks cool. They did little yellow accents here. And black wings. And to make these black wings look better, what I would have done too is take like a medium gray and just dry brush over the top, because it still would have made them look black, but it would have brought out the textures more. Instead, they just did black overall. But as a whole, I mean, the figure looks fine, but that's just a small little thing I would have done. And here's the front of the card. Here is the back of the card. So if you want to read it, pause your screen now. Okay, and then lastly, we have Kilkorax, the Kairi Warrior. And they just did solid black here. Same thing as I said on the other one. I would have took a medium gray and lightly rubbed over, and it would have brought out the textures more. And then they did, it looks like they did a gray, and then they touched up with some white to bring out the skulls. They did the same thing here. They did the gray, and then they touched up with the white. And they really didn't dry brush it on. They kind of put it on kind of thick. You could have put on a little bit thinner and it would have worked out just as good, except filled out some of the details a little better. And they did a wash, you can tell here, on the purple, and then rubbed off some of it slightly. You got the face there, looks decent. You got like brunette hair. And there's the back. So not bad. Here's the card. This is the front. And then here is the back. So if you want to read it, pause your screen now. Okay, cool. Okay, now here we go. So this is all the blue tiles that it came with. So these are all the water tiles. So it fills up a pretty good spot. And then those are the, obviously the wellspring tiles in the middle. So not too bad. And these 3 ones are actually kind of neat. I do like those a lot, actually. Okay, and here's the Iron Leech Viscerot and the Necrotech Wraith Riders. Look at these. These are sick. I really, really like these a lot. Very impressed. So as you can see, here's the Wraith Riders. Lots of good details, which I'll highlight in just a minute. And then this, look at this guy. I love the construction yellow. Looks very good. Okay, so let's break down the Wraith Riders first here. So they went with a metallic gray, and then they did a purple over the top that they kind of brushed on a little bit that I think looks really nice. I think it's a cool accent. And then the little blues look really nice. Looks very techy, so I really like that they did that. And then I like the little construction yellow that they used. It looks really good. All right, it shows up really well on the back here. Yeah, these are impressive. I like those a lot, okay? Here's another one. Look at that, looks really good. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to use these, I think, this weekend. So this weekend we're doing a game night, Heroscape, so should be an 8-person tournament. So I'm going to, still gotta work on the scenario, but it's gonna be really good. Look at that, I love the skull face on this one. Very neat, yeah. Very impressed with those. Really love the Wraith Riders. Now here we go on the big guy. Look at that, same thing. Construction looks really good. You have cool metallic gray. Looks like they did, it's hard to tell if they did a wash on it or not. If they did, it was very subtle. But right, they also kind of did the purple accents on the arms. You can see just barely. They kind of faded. It looks like they airbrushed the yellow on the construction yellow, which is actually really interesting. But not really. That's what's weird. Not on all of it. Like there's certain parts that are definitely faded. Like you look up here, almost like it was brushed on with an airbrush. Interesting. Same thing. I like the blue accents. Silver tones look good. But yeah, this thing is massive. There's a wash there they did in the middle. It looks good. Yeah, this thing is sick. Very impressed with this one. Okay, so now here are the cards. So here's the first one. This is the front. Here's the back. If you want to read it, you can pause your screen now. And then here is the Necrotech. Here's the front. Here is the back. Same thing. If you want to read it, pause your screen. Okay, awesome. So that group also came with this. So you have 3 yellow markers and 3 red markers. So I'm not exactly sure what those are for yet. Let's see. Don't think it's this one. It must be the big guy. Yep, the file injection. Very cool. Okay, awesome. Okay, so wave 2, I think is really nice. So this is what you get here. So you get the cards, you get this water tile, and the figures. So in my opinion, I think it's a little pricey, given that those like those 5 miniatures were $65 for pre-painted, and the other ones were too. So I think it's a little on the expensive side. I mean, you can let me know in the comments if you disagree. But I like getting them painted. I do paint miniatures and I do custom paint things. I just don't have the time to invest a lot of that. So I am glad that they are doing premium painted because I will continue to buy them. So very cool. So hopefully y'all like this review. Like and subscribe. I'll keep bringing reviews, customizations, reveals, etc. to you all. I typically do action figure reviews, but when Heroscape comes out, I always do reviews on this too. And I've done tons of maps and epic game boards and things like that, so feel free to check out those videos. I'll make sure that those come after this video and the little clips at the end. But yeah, thank you all so much. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in the next video.